Welcome to the Business Categories podcast, where we bring your insights from industry leaders who are driving change and innovation in their fields. Today, we have the honor of speaking with Sarath, the Business Relationship Manager at Khaimah Economic Zone, widely known as RAKEZ. Sarath, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure and honor to be having this conversation with you.
So, Sarath, with over
Very good morning.
8 years in international business and marketing, can you briefly share your career journey and led you to RAKEZ?
So myself, Sarath Nadakkavil, I am representing Khaimah Economic Zone. So I started my journey as a business development executive here in RAKEZ. So I used to take care of direct clients, the investors who are interested in setting up their company in the UAE. And right now my role is almost the same but slightly different. Now I'm also taking care of channel partners like you all over the globe, and I represent Rakes in different events and exhibitions in across the globe and locally. That's what my role currently.
Mm. So, what motivates you in your role, especially in helping business succeed in the free zone like Rakesh? This is my second or third question with you now.
Yeah, so obviously the most interesting part is that you get to meet people from different industries with different mindset and vibrant ideas, and so that is the most exciting part. Every day you are meeting such a people with fresh ideas, and investors, they're interested to know more about the industry, the business setup industry here in UAE. So yeah, that is like it's really refreshing, and that is what really motivates you to come to work and indulge in conversation with people who have really great mindset. So and then that's kind of motivates you, um, not just in terms of the personal, I mean professional life, even in personal life, that kind of gives you energy and motivation. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's a major part, I would say.
Yeah, new ideas, new innovations, new technology, and people are
Yes.
bringing to the region.
Yes,
Basically, this is
and
very important. Yeah.
absolutely. And then you are communicating with not just one set of audience, right? There's people
Mm.
from Europe, people from Latin America, people from African continent. So you're interacting with people from all over the world, so that your mind
Mm.
is open, like you are open to the world, and then that really motivates, and that is one of the highs I would get, as an employee in this particular organization. I would say, yeah.
So diversification basically it motivates you, and different kind of projects basically motivates you. And I totally
Absolutely. So,
agree.
I mean, yeah, yeah. If you come to the business part, obviously, like you get to know more about the business, what is happening in the current trends, because you get to see people who are following the trend, and
Mm.
maybe very advanced. They're thinking about the coming 20 years, not just the
Not
next
just
year
for
or
five
yeah.
years or yeah,
Yes,
10 years.
yes.
But
So
basically they have a vast plan.
you get updated every time you meet a client, and then yeah,
Mm.
we as a free zone also take this feedback, and your organization is very like that way, very updated with the new type of changes happening in the world, wherein just for example, we have had the AI related activities added to our activity list. We are
Mm.
having packages which is more easier for companies to start their e-commerce business, having agreement with different e-commerce provider, service providers. So these kind of feedbacks, whatever we get from the client, we obviously inform the management, and management is very like keen on that and keep updating the product
Keen to
and
interest, yeah. Basically they have keen to interest to adapt the
adding
changes basically.
activities to the list and everything. Yeah, so it just goes on like that.
So, for these unfamiliar, can you provide a quick overview of Rakesh and what sets it apart from other UAE free zones? Which industries thrive there?
Absolutely. So Ras Al Khaimah is the northernmost of emirate in the emirate of UAE, and Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone is governed by the government of Ras Al Khaimah. So we are one of the largest and oldest free zones in the UAE,
Absolutely.
established in 2000, and we have almost 23,000 plus companies registered with us, in different industries, more than 50 industries we cater to, and we are providing a customized solution for SMEs, industrial companies. So we are a powerhouse, I would say, of business setup for SMEs and all kind of big industrial players. So we have smaller companies with one shareholder, and we have companies like multinational companies having square thousands of square meters as a manufacturing facilities and manufacturing. Uh, I would say heavy vehicles and armored vehicles, food related products. So, uh, as an economic zone, we are really diversified. That's one of the major important point I would like to highlight. And also the customized packages we provide. So, as I told you, like, this is not just for one industry or not for
Hmm.
someone like big companies. We cater to the smallest player in the market to the largest and the biggest player in the market. So someone who wants to set up a company with a very basic package, just to have the support system to start with,
Hmm.
we have cost effective packages for that. And obviously even for the manufacturing facility, cost effectiveness is the key for RAKEZ. Yeah.
In our case, I would like to add over. So I believe that you are providing different kind of license. Can you tell me what type of licenses you are providing right now?
Yes. So as I told you, like we cater to different industries, and obviously we have more than 9 type of licenses, like starting from commercial, general trading,
Hmm.
e-commerce. We have industrial license, media license, education related license. We offer freelance permit. So whatever you name it, like to operate your business here in the UAE, we
Hmm.
provide all type of license and
Perfect.
activities.
Perfect. So
Yeah, and
Rakesh is known. Yeah, yeah, sure.
yeah, and also like we are the one of the only free zone wherein you can have both free zone and non-free zone setup. So that is another added advantage of
Hmm.
coming to Rakis.
Can you explain the audience what is mean by free zone and non-free zone over here?
Sure, sure. So in UAE, majorly you have three different categories to set
Hmm.
up a company when you come here. So one is a free zone, and another one is a mainland or non-free zone. You can call it, and then you have a offshore setup. Yeah.
Hmm.
So offshore setup is like wherein you are not doing any business in the UAE. It's the activities happening outside UAE, and then yeah, you just have your presence here and having a bank account. So that is one kind of setup, and then you have the mainland or non-free zone. So if you're planning to provide direct services in the mainland area, okay, let's say you want to open a coffee shop or a restaurant or a direct service providing company like a AC mechanical or garage or something like that. So you
Hmm.
need a mainland license for that, non-free zone license, and then you have free zones. So free zones majorly, like the free zone concept was very familiar, like and still I mean started, I would say, like when there was a requirement for individual to have a local person to be a part of in the company when you're setting up a company in the UAE. This was back in days, and so there was no option to have a company in the UAE
Hmm.
being 100% shareholder. So
So
then
you
comes
must have the one
yes, local
person.
sponsorship
Yeah,
was
local.
required.
Yes, absolutely.
Then came the concept of free zone, wherein any expatriate can be 100% shareholder without having any
Local
local
person.
sponsor. So
Yeah.
yeah, so this was the reason why free zones were booming. People then came to UAE like as 100% shareholders with 100% FDI, and because you
And
have
the process is very quick now. The
very
process is very
quick and simple, yeah. And then yes, you, because with free zones you have 100% repatriation of profit, 100% repatriation of your capital. So whatever you invest here, whatever you get from here, you can take all of it. There is no
Hmm.
like mandatory fees or payment to be made to the local governments and
But there
authorities.
is but there's annual company registration charges, right?
Absolutely,
Either
that's it.
there's no corporate tax right now in UAE,
Yeah.
there's VAT,
Corporate
there's
tax
a
is,
very
yeah, it has been implemented, but yeah, from the
hmm,
next year, you will
next
have
year, yeah.
people, yeah. And then obviously you have exemptions. That is the other point I want to make it like
Hmm.
come to that later about the corporate tax and the designated zones, that part. So yes, so yeah, so we were discussing about the three options. So free zone concept became familiar right after that, and now it is in a different path, I would say, because right now even the mainland companies, you can set up the company with 100% ownership, but
Hmm.
limit to certain activities. For certain
But
activities, you
this,
still
yes,
need,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
you still need the this one. But yeah, it's more liberal now. But still, the free
Hmm.
zone concept is very much in demand because of how easy to operate a free zone
Hmm.
company, open, operate, and maintain the companies comparatively easier.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
then yeah, with RAKEZ especially, right now the corporate tax is there. Okay, so there are certain free zones which are called as designated free zones.
Hmm.
So the designated free zones, companies in designated zones, if they're doing qualifying activities, they can get exemption from the corporate tax. So we are one of the designated zone. So that is another benefit, major benefit a client can get when they choose RAKEZ as a authority for licensing.
Hmm. 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 So now coming to the next question, Sarath, Rakesh is known for supporting SMEs and startups. What key benefits does Rakesh offer to help these businesses succeed?
Correct. Cool. So, as I told you, so we are not just focusing on one particular industry or one
Hmm.
stream of audience. So we
Yeah,
are
startup,
interested
it's
in
been the
industry,
means.
every startup,
Absolutely.
everything, right? So, SME and startup, obviously, the first two things I mean they are looking at would be the cost. Right, they
Yeah.
want to start with the minimum cost, and then they will be having a huge aspiration to grow, so unlimited growth. So if these are the main two focus areas, then RAKEZ is the best option, I would say, because we offer really one of the most cost effective packages in the UAE to start with. We provide you with the licensing, and then for the visas, so we support you the entire process of company setup and the visa, so that you can operate the business easily and freely, having an Emirates ID, setting up your corporate account in the UAE. Yeah, and in terms of growth, because certain free zones were kind of limits you, because they don't have facilities to offer you. Let's say if you want to start as a trading company in mobile phones, and then after 5 years, if you want to have a manufacturing unit, you know with RAKEZ, that is possible without making any other changes, because we provide you with a co-working space to start with as a startup company, and then gradually when you grow, you can move into an office facility. Or second phase could be having a small warehouse with a installing installation unit. And then another step can be like having your own industrial land, build having a
Hmm.
that 10,000 square meter facility with a labor accommodation. So that is what I told you. Like, I mean, the growth is unlimited with RAKEZ. Like, for any business in any stage of the business, you can get into
Easily
RAKEZ.
get it. Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what trends are you observing in the free zone sector and how is Rakesh adapting to stay ahead?
Yeah, so initially in the introduction, I told you, like, we are
Hmm.
very updated that way, like, adding activities. So for example, if I give you an example, like, adding activities related to AI, metaverse, and,
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely.
having packages combined for particularly for e-commerce business, having partnership with e-commerce service providers. So that way, RAKEZ is supporting in the entire, like, in the ecosystem, like it's there. It's not just that we are just issuing the license and then we say
Hmm.
masalama. No, not like that. We are supporting you throughout the process from the beginning, and we value the feedback from the customers, and we make products based on that. We update our list of activities. We update our product list based on the requirements from the customers.
Can you share a success story of the business that thrived under Rakesh and what factors contributed to its success?
Mm, Sure. So, I mean, there are so many companies, as I told you, like,
Hmm.
major international brands like West manufacturers, like from India, Ashok Leyland, and then we have Dabur, we have Ahmed Tea, we have Ital Food. So all industries we cover. We have Straight Group. So they're all started like, somehow as a small companies. And then, I mean, obviously there are big names outside, but having being here in UAE and starting from here and getting the right system and support, they all have grown exponentially. And then there are so many other smaller companies, I would say, like, they've started it very small, and then started with a flexi co-working space, and then
Then move to the office.
right
Yeah.
now operating with a
Yeah.
warehouse on an industrial unit. So yeah, the growth stories, there's so many. And then I just mentioned few names right now, the international names you can you know you are aware of.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, how does the partnership with Offices Consultant benefit RAKEZ business? What unique value does it bring?
Sure. So, I mean, currently, as I told you, I mean, we are expanding. We are expanding in terms of, we already there in, we have regional offices all across. Like, we have in Germany, we have it in
Mhm.
India, we have a regional office in Abu Dhabi. So, there are different, I mean, we are expanding, and now the expansion is not just, we are having a branch or something like that. Now we are having collaborating with experts in the regional areas like you and like other major companies. So, for example, I mean, right now, if somebody wants to come to RAKEZ, and maybe from your country, it could be difficult for them to come and have a discussion. So, when they come through you, you as a registered RAKEZ referral partner can help them obviously with your industry experience and your knowledge. Definitely, you can provide them an assistance, and with RAKEZ, we can collaborate and give them the best and customizable products to give them value for money, and not
Yeah,
just value for,
absolutely.
yeah.
Not just to register a company is not just a
Right, and the right
one
advice, and the
purpose.
right
Yeah,
advice. So
right, right.
you must have experience through our, like, we just started the journey. Now we have
Hmm.
had multiple conversation even before this. So
Hmm.
how we collaborate, and then how we present RAKEZ, and then the information is passed on every
Hmm.
client. So yeah, so that's what I mean. Every client is important, and especially coming from a channel partner is more responsibility for us, because we have to give the best to you, so that you can
Hmm.
give the best to your customer, and then we can
Yes,
grow. So
absolutely.
every
Yeah. Over here, I need to add over here one thing, Sarath. Basically, my purpose or my company purpose as a channel partner is not just to register a company. The
true.
basically main core values are behind that, which is
Yeah,
make them the feasibility study, either this region is good for them, which free zone is good for them, what will be the cost, how
yeah,
much the cost annually and fixed cost, and after that, what will be their finance department? What will the accountability, business plan, financial modeling, financial analysis, business valuations for the investor purpose? So basically, the core values is these, and then we are accommodating with the help of you, adding value services or more, like providing company registration through you,
yeah,
providing the corporate filing and corporate registration, which is mandatory as well, and the vulnerable monetary relay as well. Same like the VAT registration, VAT filing. So main thing is not just to providing one step. We are trying to give the whole uh, bunch of services. So we are
yeah.
helping the SMEs and startups because they are new
Absolutely.
into the region.
Right.
So
We are just
yeah,
we are
so
just the starting point, actually. So
yes, yes,
that's what,
yes,
because if the beginning is not right, then things can go wrong, right? So
yes,
we
yes,
will be
absolutely.
like, so that I think obviously whenever we have a client, we discuss, and then we give the best solution. So I think that is the unique proposition we are having with you.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And
and
and yeah,
offering the
and we
right product.
are right, Robert. Absolutely, totally agree with Sarath. Now
Yeah,
I'm just thinking right now and during the podcast, I just clicked the idea that, and I will share my audience is that we are going to make the feasibility studies as well, and we are doing the feasibility study on each free zones, right? So people can easily analyze themselves that which free zone is best for them, which kind of licenses,
absolutely.
where the management of the free zones are available. Majority of the concern the clients is having that they need to move on, let's say, RAKEZ Khaimah. Remember, Sarath, I told you
Yeah,
that this is just
yeah,
a concept.
yes,
Rasul Khaimah is far behind, I think so, 2 hours and 1.5 hours traveling. But if you want to register a company, you don't need to go to the Rasul Khaimah, right, Sarah?
yeah, absolutely. So the process is 100% online. Remotely, we can
Hmm.
do. Then you don't even need to come to UAE. We can do everything online. It's of, I
Hmm.
mean,
Hmm.
remotely we can do company formation. You can apply for the visa, the signatures. It's e-signatures right now. So we'll be sending you documents to sign. You can sign it at home using your mobile phone or your laptop. So things are much simple, and company setup can be done in 3 to 4 working days. Once you set up the company, then you can apply for the visa. The visa application, again, we have the portal, online portal, and easy online access. So that way everything is can be taken care by online itself. And then once you apply for the visa, you receive the entry visa, and the entry visa will help you to enter UAE. Then you do the medical examination and biometrics for the Emirates ID. So this is the process, step by step process from start company setup to visa. And all this step can be done through online. Your physical presence is only required here for the medical examination
Right.
and the biometrics for the Emirates ID. So rest of the process we can do online.
And
And
for the
yeah,
bank process as well, because the
yeah,
physical
yeah.
meeting will
And
be
then you can do
required by
it
the
from,
bank.
from
Yeah.
Dubai. From the Ras Al Khaimah is 1.5 hour
Hmm.
drive from Dubai, but we have an office here in Dubai, a representative office. I'm actually sitting in the Dubai office of RAKEZ. So yes, so everything, and we have the entire team here. So it doesn't matter whether we are setting up in Ras Al Khaimah, but you're getting full service in Dubai. And 99% can be done through online. 1% you can do it from Dubai. Yeah.
Hmm. So we already answered the question, but let's repeat the question again. What are your expectations for this partnership? How do you see it supporting business growth within Rakesh?
See, every partnership that way is important. And as you rightly said, it's just not about registering the companies, or
Mm,
having just registering the companies and having so many number of companies in the portfolio. It's like the feedback you give us, how the market in your home country, how does it operate, and how does it operate when it comes to your audience customers. So the partnership is all about exchanging ideas, having
mm,
providing or coming to a best solution. Because when we discuss with you, we get more information. What are the requirements from your client, how do they see Rakis as an authority, and what are their expectations. So we always try to catch up that. And yeah, so the expectation is to have that synergy, and then yes, giving the best services to the client. Obviously that is also the major concern here, like because you see so many consultant here, and then people, sometimes customers are being offered with wrong products, and some missold, and
mm,
these
mm.
things are happening in the market. So having a right partnership with the right channel partner is also very important
Very
for
important.
us
Yeah,
as a government
absolutely.
authority. So yes, that way we are really fortunate, that we can collaborate with you. And obviously your expertise can help us grow and grow your.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even
So
even
it's give,
Sarah,
give it, yeah,
yeah, even in there are so many startups companies, there are so many industries and constructions companies, even real estate companies are registered in Rakesh, and we can
yeah,
easily help them to grow in terms
absolutely
of the numbers. How as a financial consultancy.
true,
So yeah,
true.
absolutely. So basically, if these companies are growing, the Rakesh area is also growing. So we are
Yeah,
also connected with each other. We are
correct,
totally interlinked. So
correct,
if somebody is growing, we are growing. If you are growing, so we are growing as well. And the major thing, the best result is, and the end result is the client satisfaction. So they
absolutely,
are growing, yeah. So we are
absolutely,
basically, you can say, B2B service provider, and we are helping the clients to grow them, same like
correct.
yours. And I believe that this partnership collaboration will be in future, go ahead for more
True,
decades, inshallah.
true,
So
true.
what advice do you give to entrepreneurs considering Rakesh for their business setup? Sarath.
So advice I would say, like, you only need to take care of your. I mean, they only need to take care of their brainstorming regarding how they want to operate, like, and what are their major areas to be focused. I mean, the research from the business perspective, okay, like about the market, how the market is operating. The rest of the things, like the admin side, that is the company setup, and then the visa, just leave it to us. We take care of it.
You just need to
So
focus to operate a business.
Absolutely. So I mean, I would say like research, and yeah, because that is, I mean, that is some point I always see the people are lacking, because doing enough research about this
Especially
they're going to.
the major problem is that, Sarath, I'm not blaming to the internet. Basically, UAE is just blooming. They are emerging, and
Yeah,
the data is not there, just like a USA market data is there. So
correct.
we are also helping, Sarath. You know, you have no idea about this, but we are also doing the market research and we are publishing it into our website
Mm.
just to
Mm.
give the idea that
Understood. Understood.
what is going on, how much the matrices
Absolutely.
are there. And believe me, your just like your you free zones and other free zones, if they are giving us the data, we can make the analytics and we will provide the information to the market. So yes,
Yeah,
this
it's a
market is
great thing. Yeah,
blooming.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all about data nowadays, and then yeah, you need to have the right
Mm-hmm.
data information
Yes.
before you start anything, even if it's
Mm.
smaller business.
Yeah.
So that's what my advice
Source of
from my.
information is very important, Sarah.
Yes,
The source of
yes, yes, yes,
information is
and
very, very important.
partnering with the right authorities and
Hmm.
consultants, that is also key when you are entering into a market.
Hmm. Perfect. So, is there anything else you would like to share about your role, Rakesh, or in Rakesh, or the partnership with the business consultant, Sarah?
Yeah, so I think we have covered almost all the areas in terms of company formation, and how Rakis can help you setting up your company and having your visas and corporate bank account and stuff like that. And obviously, consulting would be a plus for anyone who is choosing Rakis through you, because you are our channel partner first of all, and then you have access to the right person here, the key account
Hmm.
persons here, whether when it comes to visas or customer service or anything. So yes, I think that's all about it for now, and then yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for you
Yeah,
joining us today and for sharing your invaluable insights. It's been a
yeah,
pleasure to have you, the business catalyst,
same
and
here.
to our listener.
Yeah,
Stay tuned for more enlightenment conversation with industry leaders like Sarath, who are shaping the future of business. Until next time, thank you.